like Jay's darkest times were all brought took his struggle and his strife, learned to monetize his life. Merch like Jay's darkest times were all brought to the light. Gay sight of the path of walking in his gift of motivating shift and all the put downs, the uplifts.
Yeah. What up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Get excited. Yeah, it's First Life J. You already know we back with another impact meeting. If you watching this on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, thank you for coming through. Matter of fact, I said Instagram. I ain't even live on the gram yet. I'm tripping. But yeah, so what is the impact meeting? The impact meeting is a meeting we do Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. We'll possibly be here until 10. It's on Twitter as well. Thank you for coming through, Miss your name is just Cherokee. Thank you for coming through, Miss Cherokee. Because your name right now, where I'm looking at it, it's just emojis. So my bad. But yeah, every week, Monday through Friday, we'll be doing an impact meeting. It's where you come to get some impact, man. Come to get some impact, man. What do I be talking about? I be talking about, hold up, cows versus rhinos. I be talking about how to elevate your business, how to elevate your life, how to be the best version of yourself, man, using the principles of merchology, man. So that's what I do. That's what I talk about. And you could come through on Fanbase if you got that. If you got that app, you can watch on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter, man. We live on all platforms. So I'm gonna get started. Thank you for being here. Today's impact meeting is entitled Cows versus Rhinos. Now, when you hear cows versus rhinos, you probably think this live is going to be about animals, and it's not. It's about you. It's really about you. So being a cow or being a rhino, first of all, if you will, in the comments, answer me this question. If you had to pick an animal to be, which one would you rather be, a cow or a rhino? Miss Cherokee, which one would you rather be? Since I see you there, which one would you rather be, a cow or a rhino? I'm gonna give you some time to answer. I know which one I would rather be, but I can't give away all the answers, man. I can't give them all away, you know. Which one would you rather be, a cow or a rhino? Anybody watching can answer the question. Which one would you rather be? Now, I'm gonna give you my premise on this, and I'm gonna give you my opinion on this. Most people will say they would rather be a rhino. Most people will say that. You don't know why I'm asking. Of course, you're gonna say, I would rather be a rhino. Now, look, see, we got someone different. Miss Cherokee says she would rather be a cow, right? She would rather be a cow. Now, I gotta ask why you would rather be a cow, because whichever one you would have picked, I'm gonna ask you why. I need to know why. Why you want to be a cow? Why would you rather be a cow? I should say. Why would you rather be a cow? Me personally, I would rather be a rhino. And I say a rhino because if you look at a cow and you look at a rhino, one is temporary and one is eternal. One is built with the thickest skin in the jungle. One has body armor, if you're talking about the right species of rhino, right? One is able to withstand the trials and the tribulations of what it has to go through to be successful. And successful in the wild is survival, right? But successful in entrepreneurship, successful in parenting, successful in being an author is is not just survival, but it's you thriving through the things that you survive through, right? And only a rhino can do that. A cow, I'm sorry, y'all, but a cow cannot do that. So I would rather be a rhino because a cow has a soft hide. And what are cows normally used for? When you get a cow, right? And someone says, I'm going to kill the cow. What are they killing the cow for, y'all? It's a couple things they might kill the cow for now. They might kill the cow for meat. They might not even have to kill the cow to get milk from it, right? Because remember, a cow is always a female. The male species of cow is called a bull. And that's why they have horns. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. And everything making sense. You already know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe male cows secrete milk out of their udders. I don't believe that. I don't think that that's true. But hey, I could be wrong, you know? I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think male cows secrete milk out of their udders. So when you kill a female cow, when you kill a cow, you're doing it for the meat, for the milk, or you about to make some cheese or something, right? And all three of these things are temporary. If I go kill a cow today, I might eat for a week. You understand me? I might eat for a month, depending upon what I do with it. Chop that Wagyu the right way, you know what I'm saying? We can have steaks all week, baby. But when you kill a rhino, what do you kill a rhino for? What is valuable about a rhino after it's dead? An ivory horn. An ivory horn, right? An ivory horn. So when you kill a cow, you get a temporary satisfaction. When you kill a rhino, you get an eternal satisfaction. And you can also use that ivory horn to create a medicine that could save people's lives. That's why they have poaching laws against rhinos. That's why you're not allowed to kill rhinos anymore, because they were killed so often that a lot of species of rhinos are now extinct. Like they will never walk the earth again. Well, with the technology we got nowadays, all we need is some DNA. We can clone a rhino. But that's another live. That's another impact meeting for another day. Get excited. So when you kill a cow, you get something temporary. When you kill a rhino, you get something that's eternal. It's going to last forever. Something that's going to last forever. Also, when they are alive, right? The reason I would rather be a rhino is because rhinos have tunnel vision. Rhinos are only focused on what it is that they want and need. Rhinos are looking straight ahead. They actually, certain species don't even have peripheral vision. They can't look to the side without turning their entire head. You heard what I said? A rhino can't be distracted. They can't turn to the side. I mean, they can't look to the side of them without turning their entire head. Certain species, they got to turn their whole body. You understand me? Versus a cow. I mean, a cow, he can 360 his situation. Not 360. He can 180 his situation. So a cow, he can look left, right, up, down. You understand me? A rhino, when you hear a rhino coming, if you were standing in the middle of the street and you heard a rhino coming, I don't care how tough you are. I don't care what type of military training you got. I don't care what hood you grew up in. If you hear a rhino coming, the first thing you're going to think is run. The very first thing you're going to think is, let me make sure I am not in the way. I wonder what the average weight of a rhino is. How much does a rhino weigh? Yeah, damn it. A rhino can weigh anywhere between 1,720 pounds to 3,080 pounds. White rhino is the larger of the African species, and they can weigh up to 8,000 pounds. So if I hear something coming that weighs 8,000 pounds, I'm sorry. The first thing I'm doing is getting out the way. Now, when you hear a cow coming, for instance, first of all, I've never even seen a cow run before. I don't even know if they do that. I don't even think they do that. But if I hear a cow coming, the first thing I'm gonna do is wonder, what is that bell that I hear? I'm not in fear. There's no way I'm trying to get out the way. I'm trying to figure out, what is that bell that I hear? Is there a cow near me right now? I don't know I can't fathom a situation where I would be in fear of a cow. I'm sorry, I just can't. But if I see a rhino, just seeing the rhino is going to put some fear in my heart. I'm put some caution. It's going to put some caution in my steps. I ain't going to say fear. It's going to put some caution in my steps if I see a rhino, right? So that's the difference between a rhino and a cow. Another one, besides, having a soft hide versus having the armored hide, besides having a steak versus having an ivory horn, you understand me? Besides having tunnel vision versus being led by someone else all the time, because cows, you got to think about it. Cows are herded. They're herded into groups by whoever's leading them. You can get a dog to herd some cows. You can get a canine to herd some cows. Try sending your dog after a rhino, though, and see what happened to that dog. Try sending your dog after a rhino and see what happens to that dog, bro. What up, OVO? Thanks for coming, man. Get excited. You already know. We're talking about cows versus rhinos. And the last difference I want to speak on, man. But besides that, having tunnel vision and being led, right? When you feed a cow, right? A cow can continuously eat all day, and a cow will eat grass, and it will just graze all day long, right? A cow doesn't really have the desire to not eat. It doesn't have the desire to do anything outside of grazing in the field or laying in a field. So be a cow if you want to, but I choose to be a rhino because a rhino has a mission. Nobody has to wake a rhino up and tell it what to do. Nobody has to wake a rhino up and tell it to be a fierce animal. Nobody has to wake up a rhino and say, bro, you're some responsibilities to take care of today. A rhino just gets up and does it. And yes, rhinos graze on grass as well. But rhinos also eat plants that aren't on the ground. They eat plants that are elevated to the level of where their face is already at. And the reason they do that, right? I'm reading this right now. Black rhinos eat succulent plants and leaves. And it says that rhinos prefer most plants found in lowlands with plenty of water. So I say that to say, when a rhino goes to eat something, he's not only finding what's convenient. A rhino's not only finding what's near him. A rhino's not only taking the easy way out. A rhino is finding what is near the water so that I can be satisfied in more than one way. A rhino is going to hunt for his food. He is going to walk until he sees a plant that is sufficient enough to feed him and nourish him. Whereas though a cow, you're not going to catch a cow exploring anything. You're not going to catch a cow going outside of the farm. Matter of fact, a cow can't go outside of the farm because it's locked in by an electronic gate. Whereas though if it does try to venture off, it's going to get electrocuted and sent back to where it came from. What's another thing about cows? Cows get branded. Cows get a piece of hot metal stuck on the side of their body so that you know and I know the difference between the cows that I own and the cows that you own. When was the last time you heard of someone trying to catch a rhino? I don't remember either. The last time I heard of someone trying to catch a rhino was in a Disney movie, bro. It never happened in real life, ever. So the difference between a rhino and a cow is your success and your failure. If you choose to be a rhino and you choose to take on the attributes of a rhino and you choose to become like a rhino, then you are choosing to be successful. By default, you are choosing to be successful. Now, if you choose to be a cow, I kind of feel bad for you because I like a good T-bone steak. Don't let me get some cheese eggs on the side of that joint with the Welch's grape. The Welch's grape, like Biggie said. You playing too many games if you want to be a cow because listen, cows, they just gonna get ate out here. Matter of fact, we're going to walk you around this farm until you get nice and lean. We're going to feed you all this grass until you get nice and fat. And then we're going to lead you and get the last thing I want to say about the cows. Oh, my God, this one is crazy. Cows think they have a choice, y'all. Cows are under the impression that they have a choice, where rhinos take their decisions. They don't create chances. They take them. A rhino is going to take what it wants. A cow thinks it has a choice because a cow is like, oh, I can go through that door or that door, when they both lead to the same slaughterhouse. They both lead to the same slitting your throat and hanging you upside down until the blood drains out of your body. And now you at Texas Roadhouse on somebody's plate a week later. Now you in the ground beef section at public supermarket a week later because you decided to be a cow. So listen, y'all, the moral of the story is cows versus rhinos. Always choose to be a rhino, because a rhino is eternal and a cow is temporary, man. What up, PJ255? Thank you for coming through. Get excited. You already know. But yeah, man, don't be a cow, y'all. Don't be a cow, y'all. Unless you want to consistently get drained for your milk, for your goods, for your services, and you ain't getting nothing out of it but some grass that you was going to eat anyway. Like a lot of people, especially in America, a lot of people here are cows. My son, he like to call them NPCs. An NPC is a non-playable character. A lot of y'all is cows, and y'all don't realize it either. So, the last thing. Oh, I said it was the last thing before, but this is the last thing. When you become a cow, you also become less aware of how you're being used. I doubt that these cows know. I doubt that these cows know that there's even a world outside of the gates that they are locked into. Think about it. You were born on this farm. You've never been on any other farm. And you've lived your entire life eating this same grass, walking in this same circle, being herded by this same dog, being killed by this same butcher, being sold to these same restaurants and these same supermarkets. Your entire bloodline, your grandmom did it. Your uncles did it. Your father and mother did it. And now it's your turn. Welcome to the slaughter, baby. So if you don't want to be one of those cows, if you don't want to get slaughtered, if you don't want to be consistently used for someone else's gain, then you have to become a rhino. And don't get it twisted, because rhinos are used too, but rhinos are used for a service and they get something in return, right? Now, I'm not talking literally about rhinos now. I'm talking about you as a rhino, you in your business as a rhino, you as a parent as a rhino, you as an entrepreneur being a rhino. Rhinos will give you something, right? A rhino is going to give you some type of value. When you first see a rhino, you look at them and you're like, dang. I have to respect that. I mean, look at the size. Look at the sheer weight. I mean, look at that horn sticking out of his face. What you gonna do with that? What you gonna do with that? A cow is not intimidating at all. A cow don't deserve no respect. You look at a cow every time, bro. I ride past cows all the time. If you look a cow in the eye, guess what the cow gonna do? The cow gonna look down at the ground just like this. Try looking a rhino in the eye and see what happens. The rhino gonna look back at you like, what are you looking at, sir? How are you today, human? Do you really want this smoke? Because I'll flip your car over. I'll step on your children. You feel me? I'll stampede through your house. Stop playing with me. I'm a rhino. And that's how you got to be out here on these streets, on these internet streets. You have to be a rhino, because if you're not, ain't nobody gonna respect you. And cows don't respect themselves, but rhinos do. Let me explain how. Oh my goodness. A cow doesn't respect itself because a cow doesn't even think to get out of the situation it's in. A cow is super comfortable and complacent and okay with where it is at in life. All the cow wants is some more grass. All the cow wants is to just graze a little bit longer. All the cow wants is to be able to take a nap wherever it wants to take a nap at. What do the rhino want? The rhino wants progression. The rhino is consistently pushing the envelope. You feel me? The Rhino is going to keep it moving. The Rhino is actually going to plow through anything that's ever trying to stop it. This message was brought to you by Merch Life Publishing. If you need a book done, or if you're thinking about writing a book, then please hit us up at 770-771-3841. You can also go to merchlifej.com. And if you click on the link that says all my books, it'll take you to Merch Life Publishing as well. Get excited. But yeah, man, you know, you got to be a rhino, man. Don't be a cow in these streets. I'm Merch Life J, motivational, inspirational speaker for parapreneurs across the globe. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for coming. And I'll see you tomorrow, man, 9 a.m. Peace.